Okay, the first thing I want to talk to you is from section 4.4. Now 4.4 was just on factoring. You guys should remember from Algebra 1 how to factor trinomials. But I'm going to go through just one more time on how to factor trinomials. This is why we've been talking over those sheets. Let's say that you have 6x squared minus 5x minus 4. You should know that that's going to break down to a double parenthesis if I wanted to. If I made it so it will, and I did. Okay? Now what you have to do is you have to think of factors of 6x squared and of 4. I'm going to give you a couple of hints. Do you see this minus sign in the back? This minus sign in the back means that you are going to have different signs. Because you are going to have different signs, you are going to subtract your multiplication. But let's try some. Factors of 6x squared include 3x squared with 3x with 2x, and 6x with 1x. Those are the only factors of 6x squared. 4 can be made of 2 and 2, or 4 and 1. That's it. We have to come up with a -5. It's a good idea when you do these type of problems to get a pencil. Alright, what kind of combination? Could you do like 3 and 2 with 2 and 2 to get a 5? Well, let's practice. If we do 3 times 2, we can get a 6. If we do 2 times 2, we can get a 4. That's never going to make 5. Alright, let's try reversing this. If you do 2 times 2, you're going to get a 4. If you do 3 times 2, you're going to get a 6. That's never going to make a 5. Okay, now let's try 3 and 4 down here. If you do 3 times 4, you can get a 12. If you do 2 times 1, you can get a 2. That's never going to make a 5. If you do 3 times 1, you can get a 3x. And if you do 2 times 4, you can get an 8x. That will give you a 5. Now, circle a combination you want to use. You know you have to put 3x and 2x in the front. That's where they go. Now 4 and 1. Do you guys remember how we got the 3x? It's because we did 3 times 1. So you put them on the outsides. Do you remember how we did the 8x? We did 4 times 2. I like to do this check. These two make 8x. These two make 3x. If you need to get a -5, the 8 needs to be negative, so that needs to be negative. And that one needs to be positive. This is the factored form. Now the book does teach this a different way. You can look at the reteaching if you'd like to see that. I'll try one more for you. Let's say that you have something like, I'm trying to think, I'm looking at your homework so I can help you best. Okay, let's say that you have 36x squared plus 24x plus 4. The first thing you should really recognize about this, is that you can pull out a 4. Do that. Always pull out something if you can. So let's go ahead and divide. 36 divided by 4 is 9x squared. 24 divided by 4 is 6x. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Now we have to go through the same process. That's 9x squared. We keep the 4 on the outside, and this breaks down into double parentheses. Now, the good news is we know the factors of 1 have to be 1 and 1. Put those in there. Now let's try some different factors of 9. Let's try 9x and 1x and see if that works. Well, 1 times 1 is 1x. 9 times 1 is 9x. That will never make the 6x that we need. The other factors of 9 we can try are 3 and 3. 1 times 3 is 3x. 3 times 1 is 3x. That will get us our 6. We need a positive 6, so these are both plus. I'll try one more. Let's say that you have 3x squared minus 27. The first thing I want you to notice is that you can pull out a 3. And that will leave you with x squared minus 9. Now a lot of people stop because they forget that this can be factored. Remember, this is the difference of perfect squares? That would be 3, x plus 3, x minus 3. The difference of perfect squares. This is how this one is factored. I hope that was a good review for you. I will do in the next video a review of 4, 5.